Over many centuries, people have been arguing on which animal is the best animal to have in your house between a dog and a cat. And I'm here to tell you why a dog is the best choice. Dogs are better than cats. My citation page. These are articles and websites that I found on the internet that were very helpful to me because these were scientists and veterinarians doing research and studies comparing the two animals. My citation page continued. It's the same thing, just you know. Simply, dogs are the overall best pets because they're loyal, their dependence on humans, which creates a strong bond, their role as protection animals, and their role as service animals. Bonds are made. In the article World Learning and Domestic Dog Evidence for Fast Mapping, animal psychologist Julianne Kaminsky and others point out that a dog's intelligence is able to retain knowledge and able to resolve problems a lot faster than the cat will be able to do. And they did this on multiple test runs, comparing the two's brain compatibility on which one would be able to perform the task better. And the dog always came out on top. Dogs are able to create such strong bonds with you because they make you interact with them. They're always, when you come to the house, they're always really happy to see you. They're always trying to greet you, and they make you want to go outside and be active. They always want to play games with you. They just always want to be around you because they care about you, and they just know that between that just creates such a strong bond because you're always having a good time together. And in a different article, Dogs Are Better Than Cats, 10 Reasons Why That Might Be, a registered veterinary technician, Jenna Shirkowski, did another study similar to Julianne Kaminsky, but this one was more of a bond between the two animals and their owners. So she was able to identify that dogs do have that edge, that upper hand on cats because cats are more independent animals, so they want to be left alone. And dogs, like I said, always want to be with you, so that makes the owner and the dog have that deeper connection than a human and a cat would have. That really makes the big difference between the two in creating that special bond between each other. These are pictures that I have from the internet, just the dog playing the piano, being funny. Dog and the baby. Dogs are good to have. Cats aren't really like this, and you always see videos of dogs and babies, just having a good time. Which brings me to my next point, that protection dogs are willing to risk their lives to put our lives in safe hands. And one of the most special cases to us and that we have experienced is the 9/11, and about 350 dogs were dispatched to the Twin Towers and to the Pentagon to save our lives without caring about their lives and just putting their lives at risk to save us. On September 23, 2017, a website called Pinnacle Protection Dogs wrote an article, What You Need to Know When Choosing a Protection Dog. This article basically gave two different types of protection dogs, an offensive kind and a defensive kind. And what it was saying is that what you need to have in your house is more the defensive kind, because an offensive kind, when an intruder comes, it just usually goes off chasing the intruder and doesn't really stick with you. And that defensive protection dog, it will protect you from the intruder. It will chase him off for like maybe a couple of yards, and it'll come back to you, making sure that you're safe and not in any harm's way. Which is why those types of dogs are better to have in your house than an offensive kind. An offensive kind is mostly for police personnel and military personnel to have. Because as you see here, like no other animal goes down with another soldier going down a helicopter. Just you don't see that. That just shows you how great these dogs are. They're basically heroes. You know, dogs are awarded medals on their bravery that they perform on the field. Here's another picture. In the study, science proves dogs are better than cats. Best study by QMI. Basically saying that the dogs and protections by their brain, there's a little, like a stem or something that goes, that they have, that brings that protective side in them, which is something that a cat does not have, which is what that clinical agency was proving, that dogs have that protective side in them. Finally, our last point is service animals. There are different types of service animals in the world. We use them for the wheelchair people, for blind people, for deaf people, for elderly people who can't bend down and pick up stuff on the ground because they could mess up their back or something. And we also have emotional support dogs with people who have anxiety, depression, or panic attacks. In the website called Anything is Possible, shared data on an article called Service Animals. Now, over time, the need for service animals will increase because these people with disabilities really need their help. We really need the dog's help to help them out on their day-to-day life. These dogs are very essential to us because they always find a way to help us. In this picture, you see a little boy having trouble to walk. You can see like the canes he has, and the dog is there to make sure that he's okay when he's crossing the street or anything like that. We have this picture right here, this dog closing a cabinet for a lady who probably has back troubles, and the dog is closing the door for her. And another thing is that some of these dogs are trained to do CPR on their owners if they have like, if that owner has that type of like illness that makes them have like panic attacks or like heart attacks. These dogs are trained to do CPRs. Cats don't do that. Cats are just on their own. They won't really care for you. If they see you lying down hurt, they won't even come to you to see if you're okay. They're just on their own, just watching you. These dogs will always be there for you. Finally, to my closing statement, dogs are simply, we should end the debate on why between the two, if a dog or a cat is better. It just simply shows that the dog is the overall better pet because it will always show that they have that much cariness for you and your family, and it will always put their life first before their own. No cat, no other animal will do that, which is why dogs are known as a man's best friend for that reason. Thank you for listening.